An ending to mark a new beginning. Alphino seems to be at a loss for words. I think we all are. Oh. Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere. In this, when I know full well there is yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back into Zaharak and secure them. The Amalja will still be in disarray after the thrashing the warriors of darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you don't have to do this, I know. But I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. I should go and find Yida and Papalimo. They must have finished searching the mass camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. Speak thy mind. I do not expect thy forgiveness. Same, same. You must be tired, Lavenza. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness and the Ascian in white at the great library. I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been any other way, or been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did, that you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Lavenza, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, warrior of light. Okay. So he's... Okay. And this is one of the first times I like really have felt like hit by the story. And I think a lot of that just has to do with like knowing Shadowbringers. It's just because it's making me think about that story, and I just love that story so much. Ah, there you are. We finished our search, in case you were wondering. I have yet to tell them what happened in Zaharak. I thought it best to do so together. Yeah, they don't really know anything that's been going on. Well met, Lavenza. Alphino said you would be joining us. 'Twould seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the mass camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharak? Story time. Actually... Yeah, because did they know anything about what happened to Minfilia before this? I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it. It's just I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Yida. Even now, I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. 'Twas bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. Yeah, it's something I've thought about before, but I think just got caught up with more cutscenes or whatever and didn't voice it. But like as sad as it is, to like lose Minfilia or whatever, there's something reaffirming, or reassuring about. Like, I mean, in a way, in the context, if you were to compare, Eorzea to our own world and beliefs or whatever, I mean, it is almost, in a way, like she's gone to heaven, or at least some like version of it or something like that. I mean, obviously you get into the stuff we learned in Shadowbringers with Hydaelyn being a primal and all of that, but at least at this time, people would essentially believe that like they know for a fact she's gone to the afterlife. Alphino, I believe it is past time Yida and I rejoin the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives, and I hope that we might in turn offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. Gods, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. We should be glad to recount them. And Tataru's tales may well surprise you. Yida. Yida! Ralgar be praised, it is you. Ooh, and this is the reveal that she isn't Yida, I think. Although it's not, it's still hinted at here. She reveals it later. Yida, alive and standing here before me in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now. Has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundabald. I fought beside your father in the revolution. He knows. I think he's the only one that knows. I mean, maybe Minfilia knew. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways. But the resistance were always welcome in... Okay, but the resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Yida most of all. Aye, Yida here was always full of fire. Ever the first to volunteer for a mission, until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older. Yeah, 20 years, this is not... I remember this was like a mystery, like, wait, what the hell is going on? Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry. We were still the Circle of Knowing back then, right? Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and, as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now, I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. Hells take me for giving you that mask. Yeah, I had forgotten about this scene, but now that I see it again, I remember, and I remember how confused I was. Yeah, because there's not much context there, you know, to make sense of it. You know, obviously without the next patch. To always trying to... I don't know why I do that for some reason. It's like I think I'm on my chocobo or something, so I want to get off of it before I enter or something. Huzzah! Have you heard, Lavenza? Yida and Papalimo are returned. We have not had a chance to speak, but the mere sight of them was enough to raise our spirits. Huzzah! Many of our number are still out in the field, but I believe Ochre's party should be returning shortly. Flamen. You needn't say a word, Lavenza. I know. I know. Wherever she wanders, no matter how far, she will always be with us. Damn, man, making me feel things again. Ugh. When you think about it, we have accomplished quite a lot in recent days, have we not? Though there are, of course, some few regrets for missed opportunities. A pity we were unable to deal with Ilbert and the Braves once and for all, for example. That's coming up next. Stay tuned. Welcome home, Lavenza. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially restored, or resolved. Jeez. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Istola and Krile and brief them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future.
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbraider.
Ugh. You gotta keep reminding me of sad stuff.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got her to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
Oh, what will you say? A new adventure. What else? The road goes ever on. To strive for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. God, yeah, of course. Damn. Game's making me emotional now.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
God, this feels like an ending in its own right, you know? I mean, it's probably the end of 3.4, but like it feels like an expansion ending or something. It's official then. Gods, I hope I don't regret this. Leave it to me, Lavenza. I'll make sure she's properly introduced to everyone. Same as it ever was. As agreed, we shall spend the coming moons conducting our own independent research. Should you have need of our services, however, you are of course welcome to seek us out. It would seem that I'm a scion, then. Some derive comfort from such titles, but I cannot say that I feel any different from before. Well, mayhap a twinge of pride. Oh ho ho! Do not think I will be bested so easily again. When my competition with Lady Ida has ended, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall crown a new champion of the squat. Oh god. 'Tis passing strange to think that we may never see Lady Minfilia again. After witnessing so many of our missing comrades return to us, I dared to hope that she might one day do the same. Okay. I suppose I should not be surprised. With everyone standing in a circle, delivering grand proclamations about their future endeavors, she naturally felt obliged to make up one of her own. It may be argued that the great sundering of the source was an aberration, and the existence of the 10 and 3 reflections an offense to the natural order. Yep, that's how the Ascians feel. That, most assuredly, is the Ascians' belief. 'Twas in the hope of opening mine eyes to said revelation that they first came unto me, imagining it sufficient to secure mine allegiance. Oh, nor would they have been mistaken, were my heart a temple to truth alone. But as a devoted follower of Master Louisoix's teachings, and for the love I bear him and his, I hearken not to their words. I have Sir Amaric's assurances that the Temple Knights will henceforth keep a close eye on the Ishgardian crystal trade. Oh, and he extends his deepest apologies for your dinner having been cut short. Courteous fellow, isn't he? You would never guess he was a politician. He just wants me back for dinner again. Okay, he says the same thing. Oh, she's not crying now? Trouble in paradise, huh? Hehehe. I'm doing my best, Ochre. I am. I just can't seem to clear my mind. I keep thinking about you, and your brother, and me. All these little mistakes are beginning to add up, Aenor. You must try harder to remain focused. I think that is everybody. All right. Let's talk to Alphino. Look at them, Lavenza, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome, all of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together. Yeah, that feels very much like an ending. Like this should have been like the end of Heavensward or something. Ooh, cutscene.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life,
So who is this narrator now? I don't recognize the voice.
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand. Thank you. I shall guard it well.
Interesting. It's like, does he know something?
there is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed, and I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Yeah, I don't, because I remember somebody had said, like, that what we were doing in Zaharok was a part of the Griffin's plan, I think. And then he's working with the Asians. I'm still not quite picking up on all this. Maybe I'm not supposed to yet, or I don't know. Get what you wanted then? Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to a surfeit of light or dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. So who is her emissary? I mean, is that supposed to be Minfilia? As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Oh. The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirst for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. Oh yeah, this is Cart now. Obviously hinting at Omega. Oh, this is, oh God, why I always brain fart on names when I need them. Nero. So it was here all along. Yep. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was amazing. The Warrior of Darkness story arc in Heaven's Word is great. The ending to it was just phenomenal, and it just makes me that much more excited to get back into Shadowbringers, which will be quickly, probably within the next 2 weeks, I would say, or a little bit more than 2 weeks. So if you want to see that live, or Stormblood now live, because we should be getting into that within the next few days. If you want to see that live, please join me on Twitch. The link is in the description down below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you again for watching. Have a good one.